we've seen some colorful outfits, but my goodness, I mean, look at this. This may be the most colorful bunch we've seen all day.
This is a dance troupe, as we said, from Las Vegas. You go ahead, and I know your Spanish is very good, so go ahead, Kate, and tell us.
Comparsa Morelense.
Oh, beautiful. Very good.
I don't know if I pronounced that right.
They performed at the Latin Grammys. They're very excited to participate in this inauguration parade. And this is now the Letcher County Central Marching Band from Kentucky. They've come all the way from rural Appalachia to perform for the President of the United States. It's very exciting.
The president even referenced Appalachia in his remarks today, in his inaugural address.
And if you're the president, you've been reelected, this is your second inaugural, you're going to stay to the end. You're going to stay until all these bands go by. You're going to soak it up till the very last second.
And that's one thing that we really have noticed and noted throughout the day is how the president and, well, the vice president loves every moment, but the president seems to really be trying to soak up every minute because he knows this is his last, obviously.
That's it.
Yep. All right, let's go over to the National Mall. John King is watching what's going on. He's got some good people with him. John, pick it up a little bit.
Wolf, we're watching the parade here at the National Mall. We had a great crowd behind us earlier today. They've mostly gone away, perhaps some of them watching the final acts of the parade, but let's continue our conversation about the challenges of the second term and this moment, including the celebration we're watching tonight. Cornell Belcher, Ari Fleischer, Gloria Borger, David Gergen, and Jessica Yellen with me. I started on to my right last time. I was starting to my left this time. Jess, the country is celebrating tonight, and all Americans should, whether you voted for the president or not. Again, this is part of our democracy, part of the great ritual, an example to the world of how we do things. This president begins, so let him celebrate tonight. What happens tomorrow?
This is an interesting question for this White House because this is not where they thought they'd be. You know, when he was reelected, the expectation was he would begin with some sort of negotiation over the tax cuts, Bush tax cuts, and they would have a plan to negotiate tax reform this year, and we would be well into a deficit deal and tax reform right now, and then he could move on to the next agenda item. Well, it didn't quite work out that way, and so now they have to figure out what is the first agenda item. Is it immigration? Is it going to be guns? They can't move ahead necessarily with guns, and so we have to figure out what are they going to cover? What are they going to move on right away?
Quick timeout. Everybody hold put 1 second here because we're at an important juncture. I want to go back to Wolf for just a second. I believe we're nearing the end of our inaugural parade.
This is the last band. This is the second to the last band. Go ahead.
These are the firefighters of Idaho performing together for the first time for the inaugural parade. From Idaho, as I mentioned, comprised of representatives from fire departments across the state. The members include 20 bagpipers, 7 drummers, and multiple honor guard members. The bagpipers are dressed in kilts, as you can obviously see, while other marchers are wearing honor guard attire, hats, jackets, slacks, and badges. It's common for fire departments to have bagpipers and drummers. And the firefighters of Idaho were excited for the opportunity, as everyone is, to come and perform and represent their state in this 57th inauguration.
And just behind them, cadets from the Virginia Military Institute, Lexington, Virginia.
That's the last group that will be going forward. Virginia Military Institute. They're marching now for the president, and that will wrap up this parade, this inaugural parade here in Washington, D.C., recognizing the 44th president of the United States, who was sworn in today for a second term at a public ceremony. Let's listen in for a moment. it, the Virginia Military Institute marching band, and now the president and the vice president. They will leave the reviewing stand. They're saying goodbye to some friends, some VIPs who were invited. Those who remain for this parade, president will leave. He'll go back inside the White House, and they'll put on a tuxedo, get ready to go to some of those inaugural balls tonight, Kate Baldwin. I'm sure he and the vice president and their wives will look very, very dapper, distinguished for such a special occasion.
Speaking of dapper
and distinguished, our own Piers Morgan is over at one of those inaugural balls right now. Where are you, Piers?
I'm in the middle of the inaugural ball, Wolf, and it is unbelievably loud, which is surprising as there's absolutely nobody here. So I'm in the biggest aircraft hangar you could ever imagine, and there's this deafening noise behind me, but you can see it's all geared up for the most extraordinary party. They're going to expect at least 30,000 people all gallivanting in this very room, and I'm here with Erin, who's looking, I must say, extremely glamorous tonight, and we intend to be the kind of James Bond and Moneypenny of the operation, bringing you all the latest action as it happens.
You look extremely distinguished, Piers. Can we get another? We're looking at the president. I'd like to see the tuxedo, though. Could you share with the designer which tuxedo you have tonight?
It's one of many of us. It's Dolce & Gabbana, Wolf.
You look very good.
the sweet life.
Fix the collar a little bit because it's over your
yeah.
jacket a little bit. Just I want you to fix your jacket so you look the other side. Yeah, the other side. Yeah. That's right. Now you look great.
As you two continue talking about suits, we continue to watch the president and the vice president thanking the Tuskegee Airmen as well as all of the other guests in the reviewing stand.
Let's listen in to the president.
Great to see you, Dennis. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you.
Thank you, man. Look forward to seeing you.
All right. They're putting their coats on. They're going to go back inside the White House. I wonder if the vice president is going to drive over to the Naval Observatory, the vice presidential residence, to change, get ready for the inaugural balls. There he is, the president of the United States, going back towards the White House. A very, very happy man, as he should be, on this very special day. Let's go back to Piers for a moment. Piers, as we watch the president and the vice president leave the reviewing stand, head back towards the White House, give us a little preview what you expect to see tonight.
Well, there's two main balls. There's the inaugural ball on this floor, and then above us will be the Commander-in-Chief ball, and the President and the First Lady will be at both of those. They're expected to do their first dance. You may remember the whole Etta James extravaganza last time. Well, this time, we're not sure, I don't think yet, what that dance will be, but that will take place upstairs, and they're expected to come back down to the inaugural ball and dance again here, which will be just a few feet behind me. And I just had a great interview, actually, with Stevie Wonder, who is performing at both the balls tonight, and he was really great, actually. He's one of the main instigators behind the Martin Luther King Day. It was one of his ideas to make it a national holiday, so he was thrilled that the president was being inaugurated on this day today, and I had a good chat with him about a lot of issues. He was delighted with the president's speech. He thought it was a powerful, rousing speech, evoking the memory of Martin Luther King. He loved what he said about equality, and he loved what he said about the safety of children. He was very big on that and said to me, you know, we've got to do something now about gun control in America. And he raised a really powerful point. He said, look, I can go to a store, I, Stevie Wonder, and buy a gun tomorrow. How safe do you think it would be in my hands? And, you know, it was a powerful thing for him to say. And, you know, he's a fascinating guy, Stevie Wonder. And for him, I think personally, it's an amazing moment to have a black president being re-elected and re-inaugurated on Martin Luther King Day, and it meant an awful lot to him personally. So he'll be performing tonight. He was with the first couple last night, and he said they were talking about their favorite Stevie Wonder songs. And apparently it includes Ma Cherie Amour, Superstition, and a few others. But they were the main ones, he said, that the first couple liked. So we may hear those tonight.
Isn't she lovely? I assume we're going to hear that as well, don't you think?
No, sorry. Isn't she lovely as well? Was another one. So, yeah, they were the three that he was narrowing down. But the cast list of performers is terrific tonight. Alicia Keys, Brad Paisley, Jamie Foxx, Mark Anthony, Katy Perry, John Legend, Smokey Robinson, and Stevie Wonder. It's going to be an amazing night. And I was walking around earlier. It takes about 2 days to walk from one end of this room to the other. And everywhere you go, there is vast amounts of alcohol. You'd love it here, Wolf.
I would love it. And maybe I'll show up here, as you never know. I could surprise
there's a
you.
Jack Daniels waiting in my name.
All right, good. Piers, we're going to be watching you. We're going to be watching Aaron Burnett, Anderson Cooper, all of the special coverage of these inaugural balls. I'm pretty excited about what's going to happen.
It's been a very
Did you hear those
day.
entertainers?
I heard the entertainers, but, you know, we've got marching bands. They've got entertainers. It's a pretty good day. We'll have more of our special coverage when we return.
What if the next big thing isn't a thing at all? It's lots of things, all waking up, connecting to the global phenomenon we call the Internet of Everything. It's going to be amazing and exciting, and maybe, most remarkably, not that far away. We're going to wake the world up and watch with eyes wide as it gets to work. Cisco. Tomorrow starts here.
Returns are easy with free pickup from the U.S. Postal Service. We'll even drop off boxes if you need them. Visit USPS.com. Pay, print, and have it picked up for free any time of year.
Nice sweater. Thank you.
Just raise the bar on steaks. Introducing Golden Corral's brand new sirloin fillets cooked just the way you like. But that's not all. It's our amazing jumbo shrimp, calabash shrimp, and more, all for the same low price. Our new sirloin fillets, they're non-stop steakhouse amazing and only at Golden Corral.
Yo, give it up, dude.
Up high.
Okay.
Up high.
Don't you have any useful apps on that thing?
Who do you think I am? Quicken Loans?
At Quicken Loans, our amazingly useful mortgage calculator app allows you to quickly calculate your mortgage payment based on today's incredibly low interest rates, right from your iPhone or Android smartphone. One more way, Quicken Loans is engineered to amaze.
Cunol CoQ10 is a powerful antioxidant that supports heart health and promotes healthy blood pressure. Cunol dissolves completely and absorbs 3 times better than regular CoQ10. Get the better CoQ10. Get Cunol, the gold standard in CoQ10.
People who burst out crying or laugh uncontrollably. Inappropriate? Maybe. But don't call it crazy. Call it PBA, pseudobulbar affect. PBA causes frequent episodes of uncontrollable crying or laughing in people with brain injuries or neurologic conditions like stroke, dementia, or MS. For a free PBA